The oldest player of the IPL 2025 versus the youngest player of the IPL 2025. Chennai Super Kings versus Rajasthan Royals, which was apparently scheduled in Delhi at the Arun Jaitley Stadium. Both of the teams have been eliminated and are at the bottom two spots respectively. Now, both of them have not had the best of the campaigns as they started. There were high expectations with Chennai, but they didn't live up to it. There was less expectations with Rajasthan, but they almost got some, game where they should have crossed the line, but just didn't. If they had, the story would have been completely different for them this season. However, injuries haven't helped them. Their auction strategy hasn't helped them either. Their retentions, etc., etc. But this game seems like a dead rubber and meaningless. It's basically a fight for who does not finish last in the season, because this was Rajasthan's last game of the season. Chennai still has one more game. But the most significant part of this game was, how are the teams going to look in the next season? Well, I just realized that VAIBHAV'S Suryavanshi was only 5 days old when MS Dhoni lifted the World Cup in 2011 in India. They played against each other today. It shows the beauty of cricket in India. You can be 14. If you're good enough, you're gonna get selected on your merit. Amazing to see that regardless of how young you are, how old you are, as long as you have the merit in cricket, you will play for the team. So Rajasthan won the toss and elected to field first. Again, brave call by Rajasthan where they've only won one game while chasing. I think it's also a brave call that they're trying to test themselves and learn how to chase. They want to probably finish off on a better note if they could finish off the chase. Even if they didn't, they could learn for next season what went wrong. Backing your players that way, it shows the captain's confidence in his players that it's okay, it was a one-bat season, but we're still not going to run away from challenges because we're still here to compete. So a good message from the Rajasthan Royals skipper. The pitch, well, it did seem like there was some grip for some cutters and slower ones, but you had to be careful with your lining length. Maybe I think Dew did play a little bit of part in the second half of the innings, basically when the second batting. Team selection. Like I said, you can't predict Chennai's team right now because they've been experimenting. So Conway got a last chance. Pathirana was obviously an impact sub. And Ashwin got another chance today. I forgot a player called Urvil Patel, the Baroda player. Rajasthan dropped Farooqi finally, brought in Yudhvir. So far, Yudhvir Singh has been decent. I don't think he's been that bad so far what I'm seeing. He has a long, height to his advantage. He can bounce the ball. Just needs some game time and practice and, he could go a long way. At least better than Tushar Deshpande. Now, Chennai started batting. Lots of expectations from Mathre, for sure. We've seen him play. Young gun. Ayush Mathre, the 17-year-old from Chennai Super Kings, and VAIBHAV'S Suryavanshi, the 14-year-old from Rajasthan Royals. These guys opened the innings for India in the Under-19 team. Just imagine their aura when they'll be playing their next Under-19 game. Anyways, so Mathre, as usual, started hitting well. Conway, after a couple of boundaries, he got out again. I think this is finally the end of Conway we've seen in IPL. Forget Chennai. I don't think any team is going to pick him anymore. Even New Zealand has dropped him. So his career is pretty much done and dusted. I think Ravindra should have been given a chance instead. Young guy, could play longer for Chennai. Yudhvir, like I said, so far what I've seen him, he's been impressive. He got 2 wickets in an over. Urvil Patel was, like I said, there was going to be grip for some cutters, and that's exactly what happened. Urvil Patel mistimed the shot, and he pretty much caught on at a mid-on. The game he plays is high risk, high reward. And if you look at Chennai's game, they might be losing wickets quickly, but they always maintain a very high run rate. Maybe they need a little finisher or a little bit of an anchor sort of a guy. Maybe Gaikwad will solve their problems when he comes back next season. But overall, when you see their batting lineup, they have some hard hitters. They have been, going hard. When we used to make fun of them that they play like a test match, we don't do that anymore. They maintain a run rate above 9, regardless of the pitch when it was, gripping for cutters. And Rajasthan Royals always has bowlers who use cutters well. One thing I don't understand, why they're sending Ashwin at number 4. What experiment are you doing with sending Ashwin at number 4? There's no sense. Even if you're not experimenting, might as well send Jadeja. Okay, hit a couple of boundaries, but why would you send those guys when your key batsmen have gotten out? You need your best batsman out there at number 4, or one of the best batsmen, so that they can, continue the innings and hope for a bigger total. And like I had mentioned, Tushar Deshpande will be handled by CSK quite well. Although he did bowl a superb over towards the end when the ball started reversing. And as soon as Mathre had gotten out, there was sort of a mini collapse. Ashwin got out, then Jadeja got out quite quickly. And I think only Dewald, Brevis and Dube were left to basically build the innings. Were really hitting the ball quite well. Were really timing it. Dube was taking his time, probably trying to be the finisher of sorts towards the end. But Brevis completely changed the momentum. The only problem was that when he got out, it was because of Akash MADHWAL'S beautiful reverse swing. Just a little hint of it. I think it was a little bit of an in-swinger because it hit the inside edge and went on into the stumps. That ball was right into the slot, I would say, for Brevis if it wasn't reversing. But thankfully, due to the saliva rule, it hit the inside edge, reversed a bit and straight into the stumps. If Brevis had stayed for a little bit longer, CSK would have easily crossed 200. But it's okay. I think the score was quite decent still on this pitch. And Akash MADHWAL at the end, boy. I mean, Akash MADHWAL and one over from Tushar Deshpande, they pretty much prevented CSK's 200. They were easily... I thought CSK was going to score 200 easily. Dhoni would have hit at least 2 boundaries and that would have been enough. Dube was on strike, but their death bowling was incredible by Rajasthan. I was like, where were these bowlers when you needed them earlier in the season? Incredible death bowling I've seen. One of the best by, you could say, relatively unknown players. And preventing CSK from getting to 200 was a win itself for Rajasthan. I think they took away the momentum towards them when they were going on to bat in the second innings. And in the beginning, CSK's bowling was quite accurate, quite point. It was swinging. Khalil Ahmed, at least in his first over, troubled the batsman. Jaiswal was not timing it. Suryavanshi barely got strike for the first 3 overs. But Khalil Ahmed, after his first over, completely lost his landing length. Jaiswal dismantled him. Absolutely hit him for 4 boundaries in a row. Beautiful batting by Jaiswal. Just adjusted a little bit. I think in the beginning he wasn't moving his feet that much, Jaiswal, which is why he was getting beaten on the good length balls. But as soon as he realized what to do and he understood the pitch, that there is some grip and swing, and he just did a little bit of feet adjustment, a little bit going back and towards the stump, then moving forward, going sideways. And then he was just playing his beautiful, drives as he does, cuts, when he scoops a little bit of shots towards the extra cover as well. Amazing batting. He took away the momentum and Vaibhav Suryavanshi did not have to attack from ball 1. Vaibhav Suryavanshi, this 57 that he scored was, I rate that innings a lot more than his century because the maturity he's shown at the age of 14, I don't see many batsmen showing that. The man took his time. He knew Jaiswal was hitting. He let him be. Then when he got out, then Samson was hitting. Vaibhav was just taking his time. He was respecting the conditions. He wasn't hitting the balls in the air. He was okay with taking singles this time. And once there was one loose delivery, he pounced on it. Or Anshul Kamboj, one of them. One of them he hit for a beautiful cover drive. And I think that's when he started getting his momentum. And when Noor Ahmed was welcomed by Vaibhav Suryavanshi special, completely dismantled Noor Ahmed in the first over that he had to be taken off for a while. And even when he returned, he was doing fine in the over, but he bowled a no ball. He bowled a googly, which Vaibhav couldn't read, but then he bowled a no ball and he was bowling too short to Vaibhav, I think, towards the leg stump, and that's easy pickings, bread and butter for Vaibhav. Got under the length, hit it hard, and bam, onto the square wicket of the boundary. Even though the boundaries are smaller in Delhi's ground, but that would have been a 6 anywhere on any ground in the world. So quite smart batting by Vaibhav Suryavanshi. And after that, the cover drives he was hitting to Noor Ahmed, beautiful. So Noor Ahmed was completely dismantled by Vaibhav Suryavanshi. There was no threat. Then came Jadeja. Boy, Jadeja just gave 1 over and that was it. He didn't come back after that. He came back when the game was pretty much over. Imagine a 14-year-old kid nullifying the threat of Noor Ahmed and Ravindra Jadeja all by himself, just in the span of 1 over each. Beautiful batting. Jadeja, when he hit 2 straight sixes, Jadeja had no clue what to do. He was bowling short, he was bowling outside off stump. He was rattled, maybe because a 14-year-old, when he hits you for boundaries like that, you get a little bit of it, the ego comes in, but just beautiful batting by Vaibhav Suryavanshi. The bowlers could have been a little smarter, and that's when Ashwin came in. Ashwin was very smart. He was not scared to get hit. He scooped him up a little bit into the full, So he tempted Vaibhav Suryavanshi to hit it, but he gave a little bit of an off spin, which means it hit the outside edge and it was caught on point. But still, Vaibhav Suryavanshi ensured he played a long innings, stabilized the ship after quick wickets, and with Sanju Samson, he made sure that most bulk of the scoring was done, so the rest of the players could do it. But again, it's Rajasthan, so Parag, Noor Ahmed bowled a beautiful straight quick delivery. I think Parag was just having trouble reading which way the ball is going to spin. And when Parag got out, Sanju and Vaibhav Suryavanshi got out in the same over. It did seem like, are they going to collapse again? But boy, Dhruv came with the mission today. He wanted to prove a point that he can chase it. Remember, the last time they were chasing 188 at the Delhi's ground was versus Delhi, and it went to the super over. It was Dhruv and Hetmyer who couldn't finish it off. But today, they finished it off within, I think, 17th or 18th over. Dhruv was looking very good. First time I saw him that he was playing his part, not because scoring because when the game was almost over, but he genuinely finished it. Some could argue there was not many runs left. There was due factor. Chennai wasn't trying hard, but again, credit's due where it's due. Even Hetmyer was hitting for the boundaries. But I think Hetmyer's IPL is also career's done. Nobody's going to buy him. One mistake I think Dhoni made was he brought Pathirana after the first over he bowled. It was beautiful, and not many batsmen were, taking chances against him. Even they couldn't. Why didn't he bring him again? He brought him in, his second or third over quite later on when the game was pretty much done and dusted. Bowling Ashwin was fine, but Jadeja, why would you bowl Jadeja when he wasn't into the rhythm? You had Khalil Ahmed's over, you had Anshul Kambo's, you had Pathirana's overs. I didn't understand that bizarre captaincy. I think Dhoni just gave up. Noor Ahmed today got smashed because he wasn't changing his pace. He was way too quick. When you're bowling too quick, when there's not enough grip onto the pitch, it doesn't spin. So it's pretty much skids through, and if the batsman reads that it's coming straight to him at the particular landing length, it's easy to smash it. So I thought Noor should have slowed down the times a little bit, but again, his quicker delivery is what got Parag's wicket. Again, he also, because of his quick deliveries, Noor Ahmed went for runs. And as they say, quite poetic that Dhruv and Hetmyer were the ones who finally finished it off the chase and comfortably without any hiccup and no collapse, no mini collapse, no scare, no going into the last over. People saying, oh, you overestimated Chennai's bowling. I think Chennai's bowling is great. It's just the batting today by Rajasthan was quite smart, especially the maturity that Vaibhav Suryavanshi showed at the age of 14. He deserves a lot of credit. And those of you said that he doesn't have an offside game, boy, just watch his cover drives and square cuts. Believe me, the guy can bat. I've never seen him play false shot. The beauty of Vaibhav Suryavanshi is he has no weakness. Left arm pacer, right arm pacer, left arm spinner, right arm spinner, finger spinner, wrist spinner, medium pacer, you name it. Once he understands what kind of ball it is, and if he takes his time, the guy can play a long innings. You can't get him out quite easily. Mark my words. He's not only going to be a good T20 batsman, he's going to be one of the finest test batsmen for India. Mark my words. Now let's get on to the qualification scenario where there's tussle between Mumbai and Delhi. I forgot to mention that Lucknow has been officially eliminated. I thought they would have some chance by here and there, but they're pretty much done. Mumbai and Delhi are the only ones that are going to be fighting for the fourth place. And that's the game tomorrow. But unfortunately, there's a lot of rain happening in Mumbai, so it could be a complete washout. Instead of discussing who would win, let's discuss the scenarios. Look, if the game happens, Mumbai is probably going to win easily and they're going to qualify. I don't see Delhi challenging them. Unless they bring up something really special and good cricket. I don't see them doing it. In big games like these, you need big game players like Stark. Regardless of his form, Stark always stands up in big games. Not having him is a big miss. So let's forget if the game happens. My prediction is Mumbai would win. Now what happens if it washes out? What is the further next scenario? The next game for Mumbai is, I think, Punjab. If this game is washed out. For Delhi is also Punjab. I think the Punjab has to play both of these teams. Now let's assume Mumbai wins and Delhi loses. Mumbai qualifies. Mumbai wins and Delhi wins. Still Mumbai qualifies because they'll have one more point. Even if both of them lose, Mumbai qualifies because of that 1 point. And if Mumbai loses and Delhi wins, Delhi qualifies. That's the scenario. Now the beauty of this IPL is Punjab will be hungry to beat Delhi and Mumbai because they're looking for the top two spots. So Punjab is in form, they're hungry, They're confident. Both of these teams will have a tough time. Mumbai got rattled back against Gujarat Titans. Delhi got rattled against Gujarat Titans. Now, if this game is a washout, Mumbai and Delhi will have to face a team like Punjab. How beautiful this IPL is becoming. Maybe Mumbai will be under less pressure. They have played these games in big stages a lot more than Delhi. Now, logically speaking, in any scenario, Mumbai should probably qualify. But if there's one game left, and if Mumbai loses that one game against Punjab after this washout, Delhi will do everything it takes to win that game. Once you know you're almost there, they'll have that reignited hope. At this moment, I don't think Delhi's hoping for qualifying. But if Mumbai loses that game, Delhi will do all it takes to qualify. And once that attitude comes that you're almost there to qualify, I think Delhi will. So that's it from today's video. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to it. Please do also go follow me on my Instagram, where I post my predictions on my Instagram stories. So until tomorrow, I'll see you guys later. Take care. Bye-bye.